Effect. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
the champ is here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Today is Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. Okay, there goes the notification. I was waiting on that.
it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. It's windy.
It's Wednesday.
It's windy. Wednesday, man. Okay, so hump day. Halfway through the week. Lord, it's been a long week. But all right. So I want to wait till a couple more people get in here. We can talk about something else until we get to that point. But excuse me, man.
You know what? I'm gonna hit up. I'm gonna hit up Dina and see if she wants to join in on the conversation.
Ooh, we might have a surprise guest, ladies and
we might have a surprise guest. Let me.
Might have a surprise guest.
And I'm going to do even better. I'm just gonna call her up. Oh, let's see. Man, this is bad promotion here. Yeah, if you know me. And hello, Miss Dina.
Hello, my love. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, would you like to jump on the podcast tonight?
What's it about?
Relationships.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Fuck yeah. What time?
Right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't look my best, but yeah, I'll do it.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Okay.
Love you, sis.
Send me the link. Love you.
All right. I'm seeing you.
When I tell you Wi-Fi was solid for a whole minute, 17 seconds. That's good right there. What up, Nunu?
I'm going to send her shit. How am I
Callie?
Send her the link.
I heard that. Callie.
Oh, I did. Dang. Dang.
Got to be careful. Got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful.
All right.
Copy.
So let's now we got a couple people. No. Hey, let's get to the topic.
Nunu joined in on the podcast.
Yeah. Nunu, if you want to join in, you can. You know, you're always welcome. You got the link. All right. So topic of this one is for that, right? Well, you know, everything we do is with a purpose. Everything. So who's a real quick catch? Read this post a couple days ago, and I shared it with you guys. You mind reading that for me?
One second. Hold on.
Because I got a spotty connection. I don't want to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be as clear as possible. It's going to be a running joke until I get some new Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, don't go with AT&T Wi-Fi. It sucks.
I was just about to make a switch to it from
fiber optic.
False. Yeah, or the fiber optic.
That's what I got. It's supposed to be lightning fast.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Dina in the building.
Oh, there she is. Nice.
What is going on?
Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm smoking, so disregard.
Right.
You good? We do our thing here.
Yeah.
It has been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It has.
Welcome to my big sister from
another mister?
No, another mister. Yeah, well, I love talking to my big sister Dina.
Thank you.
We grew up together, fought together.
And this, if y'all don't remember, this is what season 4 you came on.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, babe. The sound is poor. Can you get me a speaker?
So, I think the last time you came on, I think it was season 4. It's season 6 now, so it was a minute ago. But
It was a hot minute, y'all.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. But this is the pageant champion right here. Okay, this is.
I am gonna retire from that.
Really?
I have an honorary title right now, so I'm like, y'all, I'm done. Yeah. And literally, when I won my honorary title, everyone was like, "Ha ha ha! You said you were done." I'm like, "No, I'm done. Like that's it. I'm good."
Oh, if you haven't been watching the podcast lately, we are cleaning it up. We are yeah. So we gotta be not pet friendly, kid friendly.
Pet friendly. Kid friendly. You gotta be kid friendly.
Gotta be kid friendly. PG-13.
Oh, Lulu said she's doing homework, so she can't come on. That's okay.
All right, that's fine. But grab your favorite drink if you got it, because we're about to get into some really, really serious stuff here. And the topic of today is a man really the catch?
Or who is?
Or who is really the catch? So there's this post that I saw on Facebook.
I saw it.
I saw it too. I saw it the same time you saw it, and I was like, "Oh, this really? actually looks like a good topic." And then you forwarded it. I was like, "Man, that's crazy." Like have the same circle of friends. Anyway, the post says, "Why do males think they are the catch?"
Right.
And some other people were saying things because I am, because we are. But
right.
The best comment on here coming from a woman. She says, honestly, because real men are the catch. Why do you think, well, when you think about it, men don't need women for anything. They can cook, clean, etc. by themselves. We as women wait for the man to propose to us, which would make them the catch, because as women, we are looking for someone to lead, protect, provide, amongst other things. I would go into more details, but that's a combo that we need to have. LOL.
Well, matter of fact, I need to share this link with that group because it's crucial.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I think is really first of all, great question. Yeah, okay. Jeff, here you go.
First of all, before you get started, I am the catch. Your boy DJ Chef. When you got chocolate in your life, that is the catch. Okay? I am the cream of the crop.
You know what? I love the confidence, brother. I ain't gonna fault you. I'm not even gonna debate you.
I can't even hate on that.
Can't even hate.
Woman loves the confidence, but there are amongst many things that a man has to prepare himself to even be a potential suitor when compared to a woman. Would you agree with me there, Miss Dina?
I say women love confidence. We do. It is a sexiest turn on. But we also like efficiency. We like to feel love. And the thing is, I will say this as an alpha female, it depends on who you fall for. If it's a beta male, you're going to take control of that relationship. And sooner or later, you fall out of love with it. But when you find an equal, an alpha male, that is something that challenges you and you're in love with it. But then you take into account narcissism and toxicity.
So I'm glad that you brought this up. Now, this is a controversial topic that I'm starting to see in circles of different podcasts, and they say that there is no such thing as an alpha female. That isn't a thing. So I'm inclined to believe that, but until and you know what, I know exactly what you mean when you say being an alpha female. I get it, and I get what they're trying to say. So
I don't understand what they're trying to say. You got to explain that.
Okay, so if there is such a thing as an alpha female, you can't have an alpha male because two alphas cannot be competing for the same
Yeah.
thing. So you're going to have that alpha that's going to have to submit or have that woman to being the beta.
And that's unfortunate because an alpha female is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it also comes from like being jaded in life. That's the whole reason you become an alpha female.
Yeah.
You have to survive. You have to, process emotions and feelings. And again, that could be from the Gen Xers, like the
Mm-hmm.
older generation,
Mm-hmm.
because for us that are born at a certain time and we had like the baby boomer parents, we grew up with tough love.
Yeah.
And it's psychological, but also you're a product of your environment. And when you have had to grow up and be so strong, when you have a beta male, you look at them as being so weak and you get flustered and you get tired of dealing with that.
Right. So in relationships, in new relationships, when you have the alpha female mentality, you have to be able to recognize that, hey, you know what? I need to look for the man and stand down when it's needed. So and I wish that Sunshine was on here because this is like a topic for her.
This is her thing.
This is her thing
sure.
because she
So I can really understand it. And it's hard because females, and I'm sorry to cut you off, females, when we're dealing with that alpha male, we finally find them, and it's refreshing because they want to take charge. But then they have to dictate the terms and control the narrative.
Right. Yep. So men. Okay. So we're getting this. Let's back it up a little bit. Nowadays, is it safe to say there are more women nowadays that do have an alpha mentality when it comes to dating?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
It's so hard now. We are having to be, fight for equality in terms of work. And then, when we do fight for equality, what is the first thing they do to us about dating? Should it be Dutch or should a female take charge? No, we still want to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. We want that chivalrous man. But, every day we're having to fight for our own place. And then when we do find a man.
So when you say that, you have all of these obstacles that you deal with in the workplace, with your family, with your kids. Why can't the alpha female distinguish and take that out and not bring it into a relationship? Because it bleeds over, and that's what starts to happen. It's very, very hard to distinguish the two because you are fighting, for your job. You're fighting and to maintain your life. You're doing all of these things, and then you expect the same type of result. It's kind of hard to turn that off. And is that what you're trying to say?
I say yes. I say it's hard to turn it off because we feel that if we turn it off, we're weak. And so if we relinquish our power and we're willing to submit to an alpha male, we realize that we're not in control of the narrative. But again, I think that whole alpha mentality feeds into the narcissicity and the toxicity. So then you're also harming your relationship. You're having to subject yourself to be that person to tell that alpha in your relationship, like, okay, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. What does that lead to? That leads to you looking at that individual like you're breaking me and I'm not here for it. I've already had to work so hard to build myself up. But at the end, you're both fighting each other and there's no reason to. You have to learn that. So Pastor T.D. Jakes gave a sermon years ago about the male and the female. You're both on a motorcycle, okay? The male will drive, you're holding on from behind. You both are not driving that motorcycle. You allow the male figure or the alpha figure to take charge of the motorcycle. You're relying on them to guide you and protect you during that ride. And that's the problem. We're so guarded, we're so angry, and we're like, nope, I can do this too. So you're like a backseat driver, but then you're a backseat driver throughout your relationship. And I think that's where the breakdown happens. You have to learn your place. My place, yes, I'm an alpha female all day, every day. My husband goes out, goes to work, provides for us. I'm the helicopter mom. I'm the PTA mom. I'm volunteering. I'm also having a hustle to also provide on my side. Once my husband's off of work, once my kids are home, I have to learn to relinquish that power. Understand, now I'm the wife. Now I'm the loving mother. That's the cutoff. You have to know at the end of the day, it's like a job. You check out. But so many people don't get that. And that's what conflicts the relationship.
I think here's my conflict with the alpha conversation, right? I feel like, first of all, and this is just from my experience, I feel like women will relinquish that power for the right man.
Yes.
It depends on who that man is. For example, what's her name? I forget the lady. God, I can't think right now. She said on a radio show, she was like, if you can lead me, then you can lead me.
That was Jill Scott.
Can't lead me. Jill Scott, thank you. But if you can't lead me, then you can't lead me.
Well, I think she was like, if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
Same thing. Not the exact words, but same thing, right? Yeah. That's I'm an alpha until you show me that you're capable of being the alpha.
And that is the mentality of most modern day feminism or modern day women in the dating spectrum. And you know what? Men don't have a problem with that. It's the overcorrection that is the issue. So men overcorrect and over dominate, and that's where it becomes toxic. That's where it becomes an issue. The same can be said in the female spectrum. The female makes it way too hard to compete, and then it becomes toxic. It becomes, oh, you're too demanding. You're going way overboard. You can't let me lead if you're always taking the lead. So
I think that there definitely needs to be some type of balance there for sure.
Exactly. So there needs to be an awareness. Like we both need to become self-aware in a relationship and saying, hey, let's back this up. Hey, this is going to be my role. This is going to be your role. Let's try. Right. And all relationships are trial and error because you're never going to get everything 100% of the time. But it's the communicating portion which always is an issue.
Right. Now back to bringing it back to the who's the catch portion. Every man is not a catch. Every woman is not a catch. Yeah. But I think if we so it's a difficult conversation to have because some dudes are just sorry. And it's like, there's no way you're the catch. You're not. You're just not, right? But to the girl's point that was commenting, saying that, men can do everything for themselves and, we are tasked with the responsibility of proposing and doing all this other stuff. So that makes us the catch. Just because we are capable doesn't mean that responsibility or that designation is ours solely, right? That designation of catch.
You know that.
You said what?
That's a two-way street because females that are capable and able. Yeah, I could change my tire. I could rebuild the machine, but that doesn't mean I want to. I want you to show me that you are just as capable. And when you're not available or you emotionally withdraw, it's like, okay, but why are you in my life? And why do I even ask you for assistance if I know you're going to be distant or not reply in a timely manner, and then I have to end up doing it myself, that creates resentment because I'm looking at you like you're the strongest man I know, but then you're leaving me hanging. That's the problem with the alpha female, alpha male roles, is when the alpha female subjects herself to submit to the alpha male, that alpha male does not react in a timely manner. We as the alpha female become so angry because we relied on you. We were hoping that you were going to step up and take that job for us or whatever it could be. But when you don't react in a time frame how we are efficient, we look at you like you suspect. You're not the one.
Say, check this out. So in more often in this type of scenario, this is what typically happens. I'm not saying this happens in your scenario, but in a scenario just like this, what tends to happen is that the woman does not tell the man what is expected. Like, that is the communication breakdown. Like, okay, yeah, I need this done. Go do it. And the man's like, cool, I got it. It's on my brain. I get it done.
I can't.
It's gonna be 6 months later and shit still ain't even done.
6 months later, and then 6 months later goes by, and you're like, "Well, I told you to do this a long time ago." Yeah, you told me. I remember you telling me to do it, but you didn't say what
time frame that it should be done. Right? So that's where the toxicity comes in. You're blaming me because I didn't give you a schedule or an itemized schedule of events. Like, I need this done right now.
Mama may say
we need that. We need a deadline.
I'm telling you, every man is hardwired. If it is an emergency and you need it done right now, those words need to be said. Like,
because men operate on their own bandwidth.
Huh?
We operate on our own bandwidth.
On a whole different bandwidth. But it's very, very simple. The thing is and to kind of combat that, what men need to do is like, she didn't say when. I need to speak up and say, when are you done this done by? It's a two-way street when it comes
no lie. And this is what's crazy about this whole conversation. So me and my wife literally had this conversation.
Everybody has the same
no BS. It was like, hey, can you do dishes? Yeah, I do dishes. Give me a minute, right? And hours go by. I actually do dishes. You ain't say right now. Like,
so, and then we get cussed the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Why are you not get done? Because you're not gonna get dinner.
So what happens is what happened was we now got to a point in communication where anytime she asks me to do something, there's a deadline at the end of it. Hey, can you do this by tonight before I get home or by whatever time? I got you. And then if I don't hold up my end of the bargain, I can't be like, well, you didn't say. No, I can't. Now I'm like, my bad. That's on me. I gotta take that L. I gotta hold that. That's on me. So once you give us the, I don't want to say responsibility, but once you put everything on us, put the ball in our court fully, once the ball is in our court fully, there's no excuse when something doesn't get done. And then if that man doesn't fulfill those things that you need for him to take over as alpha, then you can say, well, I asked you to do this. You didn't do it. Now I got to take over.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you do that to a man and you kind of belittle him because of his inaccuracy, then they start to understand. They're like, oh, snap. You know what? You're totally right. I need to step it up. I need to freaking change. Now, roles are reversed. How would that play out? It doesn't play out the same way.
No, because if you as an alpha male gave the female a task, no matter what it is, we are so hardwired to get it done with efficiency. Top of our list, we're going to work it out because we're going to take care of you, because we're showing you our motherly instinct. We're getting it done. Because he'd be damned if you're going to be like, oh, you didn't get it done. No, I swear to God, don't ever let my husband say that, because if he asks for something, it's going to get done.
Right.
But then, like, you are right. When the man doesn't do it, he gets belittled. An alpha female is not going to belittle you directly. She's going to go handle that shit. Then she's going to look at you and be like, I got that shit done, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's still belittling, you know.
It's still an ego shot.
But it is an earshot. But a man will see and recognize that. See, I said here. See and recognize that. We'll see that and be like, oh man, I messed up. She didn't have to say I messed up, but I know I messed up.
Because if we didn't say it, you weren't going to acknowledge it. You're going to let that shit fly off your shoulder and keep moving. Like, no. Because a narcissistic male would be like, oh, good job. You did that on your own. Don't ask me to help you again. That's the difference.
You know what? A toxic man would be that way and would be manipulative in that sense. Yeah. As far as, hey, why did you ask me to do it in the first place? If you're going to do it, do it yourself.
And I literally
ladies, red effing flag, red flag. Okay, if any man is like, well, if you can do it, what you need me for? Any man that'll say something like that after you ask them to do it and they don't go accomplish the goal, and then you do it yourself, and then they red flag, instant. That should be. And I know y'all be having that list in the back of your head. I don't know how y'all storing it because it be 3,000 pages long, but y'all keep it and it'll come up 8 years from now. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you.
I can tell you. Do you remember back on November 12th when I asked your ass to do this shit? You didn't do it.
No, I don't remember. I do not remember. Like November 12th. What was I doing November 12th?
You will do that shit. I literally will be like, you know what? You failed me when I came to you in a moment of need. But you know what? I swear before God, I will cut my front and back lawn with eyebrow scissors before I ask you for your fucking help again.
May is on one today, like as always. If you should do what a man's supposed to do.
When a female is so strong, she will refuse to break down and ask for help because that's where that alpha mentality comes from. We're so tired of being let down that we can just handle shit on our own. Why am I going to rely on a man? Or why would I rely on any individual when I know I can get it done quicker and better?
Okay. So
now, at what point in time do you say, "Hey, I'm tired. I need you to step up. Here's the flag. I'm throwing the white flag here. Man, pick your shit up." Damn.
You know that's a talent. That was a strong one.
So get on your P's and Q's and do what I need you to do, or do at least do your part. I wish my sister was on here because she's having this issue right now.
You know when that business in the street. Because the moment you realize I really don't need you for shit, when a female starts checking, when a female stops asking you for help, when a female realizes you got bitch tendencies, they're about to walk out. They're about to step out and be like, I'm done. And they won't even say shit. I guarantee. They're not going to say shit.
Hold up. Because what if genuinely, okay, so let's say this man, right? This man works all day, right? And comes home to, stuff needing to be done, right? If he is dog tired and you ask him to do something and he doesn't do it, does that still put him in the female dog tendency?
Because if you have children, whether or not they are from, the significant other, but if a female has kids, and if she has a job, There is no way in God's green earth you're gonna tell me, baby, I worked all day. I'm tired. I can't get this shit done because let me tell you, I got up at 6 a.m. I cooked my kids breakfast. I packed their lunches. I got my kids ready. I then came back from dropping the kids off. I then started cleaning. I then had to get on with my day and all my activities, whether I had emails or a job to go to. We come home and we reactivate. We gotta cook. We gotta do laundry. So please refrain from trying to compare a man being at work all day to a female, her job from morning till 2. And she don't shut down at night. She don't shut down. She might be in bed, but her brain is running laps thinking about, okay, I got to get this shit done tomorrow. I got to figure this out. I got to do this. So please,
I'm about to play devil's advocate here, like I always do on the podcast. Now, from the man's perspective, I almost got fired. I almost got into a fight at work. I had to keep myself from being arrested by the cops because they fucking with me all day. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that.
Man. That boy, hey, he on the road tonight, y'all. He on the road.
I got the world up. I got the world up against me. Hold on.
Mitigating circumstances affect daily relationships.
Yeah. So you have all of these things that are going up against a man, and then he forgets one thing. He forgets one little thing, and it's all. Okay. It's the world.
I guarantee you, for a female to be tired of the bullshit, it wasn't one thing.
Right.
It was a snowball effect that has been slowly happening. So I'm not speaking on everybody's relationship, but I will tell you, as an alpha female, it wasn't that one time. We've been dealing with this shit for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And you keep coming home with like, oh shit, my head. Oh shit, I have to deal with this. The female, especially as a homemaker, we're dealing with that shit. Plus, we're trying to figure out bills, food, especially in this climate. We're trying to just keep our heads above water.
Right.
So, you telling? Hey, I'm trying to keep my nose above water.
Well, if you keep fucking with the relationship, you're not going to be above water. It is mitigating circumstances. It's frequency. It's the level of relationship. It's the understanding. Yeah, I get it. Trust me, if my husband was like, man, the police were following me, I was riding dirty, and I was trying to get to work just to make this, I get that. But when it's a consistency every week, you like, well, fuck, just go ahead and go on somewhere. I can do that.
Hey, sometimes you do have I'm not making excuses for anybody, but all I'm saying is in most cases, when a man forgets like a simple task, he puts it in an order of importance.
And I got 30,000 more important things to do with dishes.
To what, and especially depending on the task. Like if it's doing the dishes, I guarantee you, that is at the very lowest thing, and they're not going to even think about it. They're not going to even think about the importance of it. It's like, hey, if you don't do the dishes and do your part, I can't clean and make food for the kids, for you, and for they don't. Most men do not even think about that whole consequences.
It's a higher. So and my mom used to say this all the time. Men and women have different thresholds.
Yes.
So whereas my threshold for clean, y'all can see now, I got stuff all over the place. It don't bother me because I know, like, all right, I'm doing something with that. I'm gonna do something with this. I'm gonna do something with that. And it's going, you know what I'm saying? It's all going to come together at some point eventually. But it doesn't bother me. Whereas my wife will come in here and be like, this is a pigsty. You need to clean this up.
Why your wife would come in and look at it that way?
Yeah.
Why?
I know why, because she don't like dirty. She don't like stuff all over the place.
Because if she knows you're going to go live and your background looks like that makes her, in her mind, look like a bad wife, because I wasn't setting my husband up to be prepared. You have to think of it outside.
This is my domain.
Hey, she's on to something.
That's a good point, though.
Husband goes to work and
blur my background.
clothes are not ready, or his that can be funny, but that's a female mentality because that's what we were embedded with. Yep. That my children, my husband, when they leave this house, they are a representation of me.
I was laughing because he blurred his black background.
I'm going to blur my background. I don't want no bad representation of my wife. That's all.
That's the mentality. It's not that we're nagging. It's not that we're being fussy or bothering you just to bother you. Our husbands, our significant others, for the LGBTQ, PSLM, whatever the fuck, but also our children. They are a representation of who we are. So if you are on screen or you leave that home and you look crazy, you're making us look bad.
I get that. I feel that.
Okay, so you know what? Us as men, if women would sometimes, and we kind of talked about this before, and it's all about the approach and how you talk to a man and tell him his inadequacies. So most men, like myself, I can take it any kind of way because I've been yelled at. I can, if you're talking to me nicely, I can be like, okay, this is how to communicate. Like communication. I have to learn how to communicate in many different ways and communicate with other
people. The love language.
Yeah. So it's
partner's love language.
You have to understand your partner and their triggers inside and out. Like you have to know like what's about to set them off even before they even get there. It's like every man has that warning sign in their head. They're like, I don't know what it is that's ticked you off, but there's something that it has something to do with me. You're not going to tell me.
You ain't talking to me at all, so I know it's something I did.
It's something that I did, and we need to get to the bottom of it. I'm telling you right now, men, do not push the issue. Just start.
But see, that bothers me. Oh, it bothers me to my core.
Don't push the issue. Just start doing go to your list.
Just random stuff. Go to the bottom of the list.
Go to the bottom of the list. Down there. Just go to the bottom of your list and start doing it. Jog that memory. Just start jogging that memory and then start at the bottom and start working on it. Because if there's anything, it never fails. Because once you're actually doing something,
I'm not even thinking about what the hell I forgot. Yeah. Again, it goes to love language and it goes to communication. Even if the partner just says, hey, I can tell you're perturbed. I can tell something is wrong. Please forgive me for not understanding you today. Help me help you. Help me understand your needs and wants.
She tells you she's lying. I'm saying if she says, yeah, I said if she tells you it's not you. If a woman says that you go up and ask them like, hey, what's the problem? How can I help you? She says, no, it's not you. She's lying.
Yeah, she's lying. But again, it's how you verbalize it. It's the verbiage you're using. Again, with the love language, it can just be like, help me understand. Again, you're going to have to admit your fault. Help me understand what I did wrong today so that I can help you achieve your goals.
Now you need to figure it out.
Yeah. Or see if she say it's not you, it's either it really ain't you, or somebody says something about their significant other that reminded them of what you don't do. So it's you. It's still you, regardless.
Always gonna
always you.
People will have said something, or there's someone else in their life that made them realize what you're not doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's where you just have to come in and don't try so hard and push. Again, verbalizing, how can I help you feel better? How can I help you get through this moment? It's showing concern, genuine concern.
I start cleaning up. I start washing clothes.
This is how you
do it. Dishes, sweeping the
living room. You throw them off the scent. You start doing a whole bunch of random shit all over the place.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You start doing a whole bunch of random stuff that's like has nothing to do with anything, You know, by the time you get to that one task and you're like, oh, I remember what it is.
That's what it was.
I know exactly what it is, because that's how our brains work. It's like, okay, we go into reaction mode.
Yeah.
We're great at reaction. Like we can solve any issue once we're in reaction mode. When it comes to being proactive,
A through Z to figure that out. If you had just done it from the get-go, there would be no issue.
It was at the bottom of my list. I'm sorry.
We are not programmed to do that. It has to be a two-way street here.
I guarantee you, if whatever task you were assigned, if Fellatio was following that task, that shit would be number one.
It's at the top.
You said, what now? You need to do what? Let me go ahead and nut that out right now so I can go ahead and get that out the way, and then we'll worry about something else later.
Pro quo. You need something from me so that I can finalize that test. Why? Why can't you just be efficient?
We are, first of all, we're product based. Okay, so if we can get a product from our labor, we good. We whatever. See, we don't benefit. We have no benefit to us.
If you're asked rebuilding a shelf, building a desk, doing laundry, washing dishes, we would willingly submit. Willingly, because to us,
it ain't fun.
Check this out. Check this out. Now, have you ever tried this Jedi mind trick on your husband? And you come to him and say, okay, you know what? If I go to him and ask him this one task, like putting up a shelf. If I ask him to put up a shelf, and I tell him, hey, I need you to put up the shelf for me. Can you do this for me, please? He's gonna be like, all right, I got you. Or do you go at them and it's like, babe, I really can't do this. I need your help. I need you to do this for me, please. And he's gonna be like, oh shit. Oh, I'll go do it.
Oh, I'm a weakling.
Yes.
I need my young husband to show me
We
how
are
talented he is. Hold
saviors.
on.
Savior.
We are. That's why Jesus was a man. He was the saint.
It's a savior complex. If you talk to your man in that way, that you are the damsel in distress and you need the help.
That shit don't work when you've been married. We've been married almost 17, 16 years. That shit don't work when you've been together that long.
Yeah, dude.
My husband will look at me like, Heifer, I know your ass is fucking with me. I know you want to do this. That don't subject yourself to feeding into that masculinity. No, like get the shit done in a timely manner. Handle your business so I don't have to cuss you out later.
That's another motivator though. That's another motivator. Cause several times my wife has asked me to do something, and I'll be like, you know what? I don't want to hear her mouth later. Let me go ahead and knock this out.
That is the number one. That is the number one motivator out of most relationships. It's like, I do not want to hear anybody at my throat about anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it done.
That's why when kids ask dad to do stuff, they be like, Dad, can I go to this? What your mama say?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear.
Go to daddy, like, mom was gonna say no, so we'll ask daddy. And daddy will be like, I don't know, ask mommy. Yeah, because he already knows.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Like having a woman control the chaos of the kids and a man being hands off. Like, I don't do anything until she says so. Until she says so. Like, pass that responsibility off to the woman and let them handle that. Sometimes,
and what's interesting.
That's just the name of the game. Like,
so
if you don't want that man messing everything up for you and with the kids and them having mom and popping you, the chain of command needs to be that way. Somebody.
Here's what's interesting. Check this out. So I'm in an interesting situation, right? So y'all know, like me and my wife have basically switched roles. I'm still doing work, but I'm doing it from home, right? So I'm the stay-at-home dad, right? Let me tell y'all, Just I'm gonna be straight up and honest. I don't know how y'all do it. I have no idea how y'all do all. It's first of all, fellas. Let me just say this right here.
Ain't easy.
Kids, your kids, yours are some these people. Okay. First of all, they know nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's 60-40, Rob. 60-40, 60-40. No. As they get older, you know what I'm saying? Once they get out of the single digits, they learn a little bit. They learn some new tricks and then they kind of figure you out. But at that single digit number, you know, between that 4 and 5 and then that 5 to 9, they're dumbasses.
Imagine doing this up until 15. No way. No way. I couldn't know. I've told my wife. No, I do not. No, I do not. I love my children. I love my children more than anything in this world. But trying to be mom, it ain't it's not easy. It is not. It is. I so respect my wife for taking all them years being a stay-at-home mom. Oh, it's a new level. It's a whole nother level of respect.
You know what? And there are women out there that do get the credit. It's just most men don't appreciate it until they're put into that same position, because it's like
now
I
get why Mother's Day, all that. Get it. Y'all got it. Y'all look, don't even get me nothing for Father's Day. I don't even want it. Get you I don't deserve it. Nope.
Mother's Day 2017. My gallbladder was about to erupt. They had to rush me to the hospital. I stayed in the hospital. I got to sleep alone. I got a full night's rest. That was the greatest Mother's Day of my life. And that's sad, but like it was the one day where I wasn't like, mom, honey, and it was like in the hospital. They were like, "Do you want to go home?" I was like, "Oh no, let me
the
get
fact that you remember the exact day."
Yeah.
Mother's Day 2017. It was 9:17 a.m. and they had to rip. Oh,
Father's Day.
Perfectly, yes.
No.
It's a different ball game, fellas. We're not prepared. We're not equipped. That's the word. We are not equipped to do the things that mothers do on a daily basis. We're just not.
Most now. Granted, there are some men that are
out there. You know you ain't equipped. Now your kids now for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
These 11 months and 4. Absolutely not.
That's why I said that when you in that single digits before you hit that 1-year-old, it's chaos. It's straight chaos.
One before they start going to school.
We're not talking about chaos. We're talking about it is literally you trying to keep them alive and keep them from killing themselves.
That's it.
That is
you don't understand how hard that is.
Keep them alive. My husband, my son, on a piece of a toy. My husband was like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "111." He's like, "What's the number to 911?" I was like, "What?" I'm trying to do CPR. I got the phone. I'm like, "Damn it!" Like, it's just that women or mothers that have that instinct. To us, it's not even we don't even think. It's just automatic. Men are just like
there's no such thing as father instinct. Keep that in mind. There's no such thing. Does not exist.
Now, wait, hold on. Let's not be too hasty there about saying that. A father's instinct is basically a protector. That is a father.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. When you talk about
the father's instinct is just a barbecue.
Yeah, we don't. Okay, so to put it frankly, keeping them alive is supposed to be the bare minimum. When I tell you, it is the hardest job ever. Like it is not. It is not something to be taken lightly. Like, what'd you do today? Kept my kids alive. That's what I did. Yep.
Bare minimum. I did the bare minimum.
And you know what? I am proud of it.
Yeah, I would be super proud of it too. I'd be like, you know what? I stopped my kids from drinking bleach.
Yep.
They didn't get into the Tide Pods today. Hey, it's a win. A win is a win. W is a W.
Somehow, I don't even know I had a butane torch underneath the sink.
And no. You know what? And what was so troubling is like the dishes aren't done, clothes aren't folded, dinner is ready. Like you barely made it without catching the house on fire.
Yep.
barely made it.
Yo. When you throw in little,
you got the nerve. You got the nerve to pat yourself on the back for keeping your kids alive.
Yo, listen to this, right? When you throw in little nuggets like they gotta eat.
I kept them alive.
How about that?
I didn't pick up the wrong children. Like, but did they eat? Did they bathe? Did they get? No, I didn't do any of that shit. He's just so happy he got 5 kids from the carpool line.
There you go.
It's that simple. And you know what? I totally get it. I get it.
So to answer the question, who's the real catch?
The real
mamas.
Catch.
Period.
Mamas are the real catch.
Real catch.
By default. Okay, by default, yes. Women by default. But look, the new world that we live in right now, for all the single dads out there handling it up, we are the catch, okay? Don't worry, we 30%. 30% we the catch. But they 70%. 30% we the catch.
If you've been a single dad from birth till now, absolutely, brother.
Yeah, I commend you. Good job. That once every other weekend you did your job. I commend you.
Yo,
I ain't even got a sound effect for that one right there. Usually I'm ready. I ain't even got that. That's a beep, 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 beep.
Oh, that's crazy. So, with that being said, that's a great wraparound to kind of bring the point home all the way. If you want to be now, if men see themselves as a catch, it is really up to you to be like, hey, I don't want to be raising kids by myself. I need to make sure that I see the potential. I see the potential in a woman that can build a house and do all the things that I don't want to do and that I'm incapable of doing. And understand that you are incapable of doing, but you need that mother, that strong mother. That makes the man the catch because he can identify what he needs in his life and what he doesn't.
Businesses recognize in the female what she's bringing to the table.
Yep. So to bring the point home, if a man is really the catch, he is going to pick the right suitor, regardless.
Yes.
But doesn't that mean that the woman is the catch? Because he is looking for this particular style or type of woman.
Let's break it down to the bare bones.
Compliment him.
Yes, so let's break it down to the bare bones. Who initiates a relationship? 9 times out of
10.
Men, for sure.
And initiates it. Who accepts? Whose responsibility is to keep the relationship moving forward?
The female, because she was the term. Yeah. A female will only allow you to do what she accepts. So when you learn boundaries, that's the deal breaker.
Who is responsible for creating the family?
I would say that's a 50-50 split.
Right.
It cannot be.
So I threw that little wrench in there just to test you if you were listening. So yes, on that aspect, it is. Who is the responsibility? Ding, ding, ding for marriage.
It's also 50-50. At the end of the day, no, you're both working towards the goal. You're both working to take care of each other.
No. Okay, let me rephrase that. Who initiates marriage?
The male will initiate.
That's what I meant to say. So not maintaining the marriage, but who. Okay. So when it comes, because a woman is like, I want to get a ring, I want to get this, I need this, I need a man to do this, but they don't know how to get to that point. It's like you need to have the ability to maintain a relationship completely before you even get to that ring, because a man is not going to propose to you whatsoever if he doesn't see those characteristics at all.
Correct.
And again, like that's why we start to see a rise in women actually proposing to men, because they are taking on that role. They're like, you know what, I'm being the breadwinner, I'm doing all of this, I'm say what goes. Chef, I need to propose.
Anybody better propose to you, Chef?
Nobody about to
propose. Look. What y'all say? It's a sucker born every day. Somebody come like, Chef, you the one.
You say, Chef, doesn't matter how many hosts in the club, you still alone. When I'm Vegas, if a female has to take that part upon herself to initiate, so then she's the one setting the guidelines for the relationship. It's not going to be equal, because at the end of the day, the male is going to realize, okay, I said yes, but I wasn't in charge. I did not dictate the terms. And again, that is hoe-ass tendencies.
So Miss Dina Dina's basically raised in our family, growing up. So what she speaks is the total truth. Like, again, I've known this woman since like
birth, basically.
Almost since birth. Like basically since the second grade. The second, third grade.
A little bit, but a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. So her family, my family, we all know each other. And it's like coming up from the bottom till now, like everything that she says is valid.
Thank you.
Everything she says is valid.
But also, we grew up with baby boomer parents. We grew up with different values. It's also products of your environment. So what we're saying works for us and our families doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for, a different generation. It's, again, products of your environment, what you believe and what you think will work for you.
Yeah, it's understanding how things evolve and things change from one generation to the next is what it should be all about. Like, no one's going to have the exact right answer, and we're not trying to give the exact answer in every relationship. We are going off of generalities. Like, hey, in general, this is what we tend to see what happens in our relationships. This is what tends to happen. This is what tends to be the issue. You may not be going through the same thing that you're going through. As just to kind of let you guys know, hey, out there, we all have a same common goal, and to get to that common goal, there has to be understanding, there has to be communication, there has to be like, a cohesiveness. Like, so if you're the alpha, be the alpha until you don't need to be.
Correct.
And that goes for both men and women.
But understand what an alpha is as well.
Understand what an alpha is. An alpha is not all do what I say when I say how I say. It is learning how to lead and learning when to back off. Like, a true alpha can be like, hey, I know what sets them off. I know how to lead them to do exactly what I need them to do. And then I can go do whatever I need to do, come back and check on it. Like, that's what a leaders do.
A leader is also one
Yes. A leader is also a great follower.
To be a great leader, one must first be a great follower.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode right here, man. I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners, everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Continue to support us on YouTube by subscribing and liking our videos on YouTube. Also on Facebook, if you want to support us, you can send some stars. Whoever sends most stars will get a prize from us, the Perfect Balance Podcast crew, and we're giving away like some pretty fire prizes. All right. So make sure you're doing that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Perfect Balance Podcast. Just a panel around people having good conversations over here. I am your host, Big Rob. Who else got no?
It's me, KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD. You know who we are. We came to drop bars.
Actual information.
Go ahead and introduce yourself again, Miss Dina.
Hi everyone, Dina Al Said on Facebook, Dina D-I-N-A, Al Said A-L-S-A-I-D. Instagram has changed, D-M-A-L-S-A-I-D 81.
Nice.
Well, you know who it is. You know, it's the freshly faded, X-rated Chocolate Thunder Man himself. It's your boy DJ Chef representing for the Chocolate Thunder community. Shouts out to my Bristol New. And yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's Thanksgiving's around the corner. Get your turkeys ready. Friday is going down. You know what I'm saying?
Down.
Hey, all bets are off. May the best win.
Yeah, you're gonna be around for Friday, Dina, for the Battle of the Sexes podcast. So we're doing a Battle of the Sexes podcast on Friday, special episode, and well, we'd love to have you come back for Friday.
Or I will be ready.
All right,
I bet.
Sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're there. Okay, Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see y'all next time, same time, same place. Peace.